Welcome to the Modern Eco Village. We are building a community in the south of Spain for 500 households, a complete community focused on health, sustainability, and community interaction. Our goal is to create a green oasis where we can upgrade different aspects of our lives, get closer to nature while keeping the modern comfort and technology. So listen up.
Hi guys, we are here, the MEV team. We're going to film our very first walkthrough of the entire place here in Planis where we are filming the MEV. So I'm going to film with the camera. We have my husband Janko here, founder of the MEV, filming a little bit overlay so you guys get a better look. And then Alisa is going to do the actual tour.
Yes.
So we're now by the entrance. And we're going to see places that even we have never seen before. Because every week here, the excavators are digging out all new roads and giving us more and more access to the plot. So we're super excited. And then we start.
I am really excited because, like Belinda just said, we have not seen it ourselves. But we have been talking about it so much that we're going to build the first house over here. So we want to go see. Yes, and the dogs are really excited too. We want to go see what that is going to look like. So this will be kind of the very first street that we're on right now. That you can see.
You have to picture it though. You have to picture that for every tree we are removing, because we will be removing a lot of the spruce that is growing here. The spruce is not natural here. The spruce was planted in the Franco's rule in the 1700s, actually, to eliminate some sort of a disease or something they had here, because the pine needles, when they fall, they make the ground super acidic, and they really help. But for now, it's not a positive thing. So for every spruce we are taking away, we are replacing it with 2 other trees, and we're helping Spain restore the native forests. So we're going to make food forests. We're going to plant a lot of olive trees, nispero, all of these beautiful things. So everywhere you go here will be fruit trees, food forests.
Exactly. So picture all of these food forests around you while you're walking down this first street. And this is where the first house is going to be. And look at this view. You can see Planis in the background.
Is it right here? Is this where?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I get chills. I haven't been to this plot.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And I think if we go down here
it's
now.
a beautiful plot. All of the plots are so big, you really get to see it when you're on them. Okay, so the first house is coming here. So you wake up and this is your morning coffee, and let's listen for a second. It's beautiful. The silence is amazing.
It sounds wonderful. And Planis, I think, looks so wonderful in the back.
It really does.
Planis is a cute little town with about 800 inhabitants right now. And it's very, I think it has this typical Spanish village vibe, which
it does. They have a lot of fiestas. Yeah. It's very quiet in the daytime, and in the evening people are coming out. They're super friendly, super kind. You can buy fresh bread. They have all of these olive farms everywhere, and you can buy olive oil here from Planis that we have already been buying for a while. And it's a really nice thing. When I started my Spanish lessons, I had 2 tutors, and I had one that taught me grammar and stuff, and then I had one who only taught me how to talk to the older people, because when I walk with the dogs up there, I really want to be able to talk to them. So that was like my main mission, to learn
and
how
they're
to
always
talk to them.
excited to see the dogs. They always start talking to them, and it's
are.
really beautiful to see. I feel like some people already recognize us a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
it's nice that they like this project.
It is really nice. So look at these views. This could be yours. This over here, these trees, as Belinda just said, these will not be the trees that will be there in the end. We will be planting a lot more, but you will be able to also have a view from here. So it's very important for us that every single plot that you're on, you will have a really amazing view. So we will be able to to make sure that all of you have a view. And we're going to move towards the sun, because the cameraman says we cannot stay in the shade.
We had one specific job to do, Alisa, and that was to make this
to
really
be quick. Yes,
we failed. Okay, let's do the
but
rest.
This is very exciting to be on the first plot. So
it is. It's my
I
very
think
first
it's very
time.
understandable. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go to the first roundabout.
So in addition to the food forests that we're planting everywhere, our idea is that we want us to feel that we're living almost in a retreat. So we want to hang up, you know, lights in the trees, the solar lights in the trees. So when you walk to your friends or to a cafe or restaurant or whatever in the evenings, it's going to feel like an experience. And what is the word, Janko, brostein, that we're going to have here? Like, we're not going to have asphalt, we're going to have, what's it called?
Cobblestone.
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 Exactly, which is very visually beautiful. And you're going to get a great ass walking all over here. Can we say it like that?
Yes, I always say we will all get very shapely butts. This is already a little bit of an incline, but where we're going now is going to be even more of an incline. The good thing is that right over there behind Janko that you can see is where we will be able to put all of our cars, have a car park there, and then we will have these cute little golf carts, electric of course, and from there we can take the golf carts for those who don't want to, for example, carry groceries that you bought or something like that if you want to buy something outside of the MEV, and then you can also drive that up here. You will not have to do this all the time that you're walking, but whenever you choose to walk you will definitely become very shapely.
Yes. And one of the reasons we are very happy about this being a pedestrian-friendly village and that we are forced to walk more than we're used to is a lot because of the blue zones and how extremely healthy it is for a human body to just walk.
Yeah. And I think it's so beautiful when I see this now when I'm in the office for several hours. I get this urge to stand up and to walk, and here it would be so natural for us to, oh, I'm just gonna go over there really quickly, buy this and that, so I will walk for 10 minutes here. Oh, then I'll pick up the kids in the school, I will walk 10 minutes here. It will not feel like you have to do a workout or something like that, but it's normal in your everyday life that you just get to walk here and there, and that's going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, you activate your body, you get your pulse up a little bit.
I'm getting my pulse up right
Me
now.
too.
I'm trying to not sound too out of breath.
Me too. So where are we walking right now though?
We are walking right now up the first street, and right where the dogs are now, we will be able to walk down towards the modular houses. And this is actually, just like with the plot that we just saw, the first time I'm going to also see the highest part of the modular houses, because until last week this very road over here has not been able to be accessed, and every time we come here now there's new plots that you can see, there's new roads that have been opened up. So this is a road that I have not taken myself either, and I'm very excited to see it.
It's like Don, the construction worker, he asked us today, when was your last visit at the plot? And I said, a week ago. He was like, oh, too long. A lot of things have changed.
Exactly. So here, if we go up here, which we will later do, we will go to the villas and the communal areas. And then if you go down here, you can already see a little bit of the lake shining through here between the trees. So we'll go down this path now towards the modular areas, modular townhouses.
Again, I have to visualize. I do that every time I walk here. The cobblestone, the food forests, maybe some children's laughter here and there.
One thing that I think is really beautiful to see here, to our right, exactly the lake.
So beautiful.
But then also to our left, you can see how high these terraces actually are. So if you just see the 2D master plan right now, this would be, if your plot is up there, this will be right next to the street. So it looks like, oh, my house is right next to the street. But in real life, it's all the way up there. So you can imagine how much more private it will feel if this is everywhere.
Yeah.
The whole plot will be terraced, so everywhere will feel a lot more private because of this. This is something that you cannot see on the master plan. That's why we wanted to do this walkthrough with you, so you know, oh, this is what it will actually feel like, because it's very different in real life than on a 2D master plan.
I remember when we first saw the master plan, because I'm not so good at seeing these things myself, right?
It's difficult to
yeah,
visualize
it
that
is.
sometimes.
And I told Janko, I was like, no, it's like tiki-taki. He's like, it's so, no, this cannot be. And he
Yeah.
was like, honey, we're building on less than 20%. Like,
Yes.
don't
Yes.
you worry. And I was like, still, I don't see it. And then he reminded me of a plot that we had in Norway in our house. It was huge. And he was like, remember our plot in Norway? I was like, yes. And he said, that's the smallest thing you can find here. It's like, oh, okay. Starting to make sense. But it is difficult to see it on paper. It is very, very different. Up here you can also see, you know, up to the other plots, how high up it actually is and how distant you actually are and how, you know, big the roads are and wide they are and all of that. This is my first time walking here.
Mine too.
You too?
Yes, mine too. We have been on the modular houses yet, but we always had to drive all the way around the plot, and now we're able to actually walk through here, which
Yeah.
is very exciting. So, it
Although
really
that
shows how
drive is
quick.
really beautiful.
The drive is very beautiful.
Yeah.
That's very true.
But
Yes.
yeah, how quick?
Yeah, how quick all of these groundworks are happening right now. Every week there's something new. Dan comes to the office every time, our construction manager, and he tells us, this is open now, this is open now. It's different every time.
Just have to stop and look at the lake a little bit
Yeah.
because it is really beautiful.
And this can be your view.
Yeah. Your entire life. Yeah, here we have an excavator that's parked. They're done for the day.
Yes, it's late in the day, so they're not working anymore.
We hired local people, so that's also really nice that they really love and know the nature here.
Look at this
Little
cute
road in.
road.
Yeah.
I think you can already picture walking from here towards the communal areas. That will be your walk.
This path, we've never been there.
Yes.
Okay. So the cameraman said that let's go this path because we've never been here.
This is exciting
Which is
for
true.
all of us.
Yeah.
It's not just your first time, it's ours too.
Yeah. So one of the fun things also, and because some people are asking how this can happen so fast, and we keep reminding people that we bought a land that had already had these plants. It just got shut down 15 years ago. So we just had to awaken it back to life. And what the excavators have been doing now is just digging up everything and taking it back, everything that was already created. This is why it's happening so fast.
Yeah.
So it was not untouched nature here. We woke up a project that was already, they had already done so much infrastructure, divided the plots, like a lot of things had already been done. That is why this project is such a blessing and is going at such rapid speed. It's also why you can see everywhere that there's, you know, started infrastructure. Obviously all of this is being replaced.
All of this is being replaced, but yeah, like you said, a lot of the trenches and things like that we
Yeah.
are able to reuse, which means it will be faster for us, and it will mean that we can earlier start on building the actual houses and not spend as much time on the infrastructure, which is really, really nice.
Yeah.
So look at this view here.
Again, you kind of have to picture that the spruce here that does not belong to Spain and does not serve any good right now is being replaced with more food forests. So there will be an amazing view because behind the trees here is lake from left to right. It's just a
let's see
lake.
if we can peek through a little bit.
I don't think I can get down there. I'm kind of curious about the flowers there. I thought those were very
They
beautiful.
look beautiful. If you come here, you can see a tiny little bit of the lake, but not a lot.
Let me
Yeah.
see.
Get better views.
Okay, we'll get better views, the cameraman says. The nature here also is beautiful. It's very lush, as you see.
There's the eagle nest there.
There's an eagle nest here.
Oh yeah, up there.
I actually don't see it.
It's right there. You see in front of you.
I see it. Let's see if we can get it on camera. Yeah.
Actually has an eagle inside of it.
It does have an eagle, which
Oh, I see. You see, Alisa?
it has an eagle in it right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I see the head.
Oh, it actually does.
Oh my god.
Which is a bit of a problem because one of our dogs looks like a sausage. Looks like a snack.
Let's hope that they don't understand.
Yeah.
Eagle.
Yeah, there you can see a little head sticking up. So the eagle has landed. Let's move on.
And we have seen the eagle fly also,
Yes.
which looks majestic.
So we're trying to figure out what to do with them, with these dogs. But we are on a walkthrough, so we kind of have to just continue while the cameraman is
Yes.
acting like David Attenborough.
So here you can see
Here
a
you
little
can
bit
see
more of the actual
the view,
view
yeah.
that you're going to have.
Exactly. It's beautiful.
And especially at this time of the day, can you imagine sitting on your terrace right now and just looking at this
Yeah.
while the sun is going down?
Also, I have to say for those looking that this is being filmed in a wide lens, so it looks further away than it is. Yeah, but we had to so we can show you guys all the nature. But the nature here up here is super lush, and we have a lot of beautiful things growing here. We have many different herbs. We have, you know,
so much rosemary here.
so much
We'll be able to
rosemary.
show that when we're up there.
Yeah, and the smell of it. Oh,
It smells amazing.
and we have pomegranate.
pomegranates.
Pomegranate, that's how you say it, pomegranate. We have cherries, lots of cherries, lots of olives. We have goji berries around the community area.
Oh.
There's lots of bushes from goji berries, which is very cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, and we have, I think I saw dill. I might have been mistaken, but we think we saw dill. So yeah, it's beautiful, and we also did plant. If you followed us, you knew that you know that we planted this almond tree at the entrance of the MEV, just symbolic, you know.
Yes,
And
and it's thriving.
It's thriving.
Yes.
It's so beautiful and it's doing so well.
Look here, now you can see the moving water. Isn't that so beautiful?
It truly, truly is. Let me get a little bit away from the sun. All of these beautiful walks here are so. This is what I'm mostly excited to do. Actually, the evening walks I think are going to be one of my personal favorite things to do.
Yes. And look, here will be the next terrace. So one thing that you can see here pretty well also, this is one terrace, and how much further down it is now here to the houses that are going to be a little bit more up. So you really will be able to have views everywhere, and you will feel more private, even though it may look, again, on the master plan very close to each other. But these are huge differences actually from all the way up here that you can see down to the lowest point of our plot land is about 100 meters of difference. So that is a lot of difference for not that much meters of roads. So we'll be able to all have really nice views. Okay.
I think if you walk a little bit
I
in
am
front.
thinking that it might be easier for us to turn around to see these parts, because I think that would be really beautiful. But let's see what we're doing on time. Janko, what do you think we're doing on time? Okay.
Next one and to the right.
Okay, Janko wants to be able to show more to you.
Yeah.
So you are getting more.
This is actually Janko's walkthrough. It was his idea, and it was a very smart idea to give people like a actual physical live, you know, like you're walking with us. You're gonna see how long it takes to actually walk. We talked about, you know, cutting and making, you know, just all the highlights like you usually do but we thought, you know what, let's do the walk.
We want you to see every single spot and really feel like you are here with us. So it will feel like you kind of just flew down to Spain and you're seeing the plot for the first time, and we're showing you around, and you can maybe already think about what views will be your favorite views. So
yeah, good luck, Chuck.
that is usually how it goes on these tours, is that people say, this is my favorite view. If they see something like this, they're like, okay, this is going to be it. You can actually see a boat there. Do you see that on the camera? There's a little boat on the lake.
I see it. I
Yes.
see it.
Isn't that cute?
Oh my gosh.
So people will say, this is my favorite view, and then we walk
Yeah.
further and they say, oh, okay, scratch that. This is going to be my favorite view.
Yeah.
And it goes like this the whole time.
I think I've had like
Alisa, new road.
A
New
new road.
road.
Oh my God. We have so many new roads now.
I get
Look at
emotional.
this.
Wow, it's
It
so
looks
freaking
wonderful.
cute. Yanko, is it at the end of this road that we had a little picnic with my mom and aunt?
Further down.
Further down, yeah, right. It's so huge, this plot. So
It is really huge. I can imagine that the view from here will be amazing. Let's show them that.
oh wow. But yeah, I remember the first time someone like picked a plot, and it was one of my favorites. And I was like, no, I told Yanko like, no. And he was
They're
like, maybe
taking
you
all of our
cannot.
favorite
Yeah,
plots.
exactly. It is actually really difficult for the people who are like, obviously the team, we're not gonna lie, we get to pick very early on, you know? And but it's been very difficult to pick.
Yes, and
We still haven't
someone,
landed.
like for example, I'm very sure it's okay for me to say that, but Steven, for example, I think he decided on a different plot. I don't know how many times,
Yeah.
because he keeps changing his mind, because he's like, no, actually this is more beautiful. No, this is more
Yeah.
beautiful. So it's very difficult, even for the people who are here all the time. I think we're here almost twice a week now, so we see the land a lot, but still it's difficult to pick. And I mean, if you see this,
Because it's new things opening up
so
all the time
beautiful.
also.
yeah.
And everywhere, it's so many different types of, just growth. I sent a picture one day to a gardener friend of mine. I just took a random picture, and in that picture there was 5 different flowers growing.
Wow.
And I sent it to him because when you have that much variety, it does say a lot about the soil and, the climate.
And it hasn't even been irrigated yet.
Yeah.
It has not been touched for 15 years,
Yeah.
and still nature is thriving here. So
It really is.
once we are able to even help nature along a little bit,
Yeah, it's
it will
beautiful
be-
down here. I think almost this is like turning into some of my favorites because it's so flat down here.
yeah, it
Up
is
there it's
flat.
more, and I always thought that, but getting high up is really nice, but once you come down here it's so nice and it's so calm and quiet and
So here, people, you can see in real time how somebody is changing their mind about their plot.
yeah. It's gonna happen a lot. Where are we going right now? Are we going
So
up?
now we are going up, and we're going towards the villa area. So where we are here right now, all of these facing towards the lake will be our modular townhouses. And now we're walking all this hill up here, and that's going to be where, if you want to follow us along, correct me if I'm wrong, Janku, but that will be about MU4. So
Just all right.
Look at you with your
sounds
lingo.
about.
I think it's so cool when you talk like that. Say it again, Alisa.
So up here, this road, we will be at MU4. What's really beautiful about the plots in the MU4 sector is, not falling in
Yeah,
here
not to
would
fall
be a good
over.
idea, is that you get both views. So that's why a lot of people are so taken by these plots, because you are able to see the lake, what we just saw, and you will also be able to see the mountain views, something that I personally prefer. We have a little bit of a debate going on at the office. What is the most beautiful views? And there's some people who are team mountain, some people are team lake.
I'm Team Lake.
You're team lake.
Yeah.
Your husband is team mountain.
Yes, he is.
so
So
you
we
see the
compromised
problem
and we're
here.
Team Lake. Yeah.
Exactly. And these plots you will be able to maybe have a happy wife and a happy husband.
Exactly. These plots up here are amazing. It's the area that I'm most known as the area that we've gone to, because the roads to this area have been open or accessible from day
Yes.
one. We're huffing and puffing.
Yes, we are. And we haven't even gone through 5% of the whole land yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to have a workout, you don't even have to leave the premises.
Imagine the workout when you just walk from one end to the gym.
to the gym.
and then back.
Yeah, you already warmed up. That's perfect.
Exactly.
Don't have to start with that. One thing that's really beautiful with that though is because the surrounding areas are also really, really beautiful. But if you want to take a walk here, if you want to do, I don't know, you want to go jogging or hiking or something like that, just here on these roads, everything will be gated in.
Yeah.
So everything is extremely safe. And
Sorry, I have a thing in my shoe. I tried to avoid it, but I couldn't. So there we go. Thank you.
So yeah, everything will be gated and will be, we make sure that it's really secure. We have a person watching the security cameras that are state of the art 24/7, and yeah, just making sure that we are able to see these beautiful views by living in the middle of nature, but also being super safe.
Yeah. So if you live in one end of, yeah, we can climb up here.
Yeah, so I think this would be a good
This is going to be
position
nice.
to climb up. Let's check in with the cameraman.
Should we go up here,
Oh,
Uncle?
the cameraman is...
Here you can also see down to the lake and down to where the modular areas are going to be. Okay, let's do a little climb.
Let's climb up here.
You know this, Hector. You've been here many times before.
Do you want to head?
No, I got it actually. You can go
Okay,
first.
so I'll go first.
Okay. So Alisa,
Yes.
what's the difference between a baby goat and a matter baby?
What is it?
No, you have to say, what's the matter, baby? And then I can say, nothing, what's the matter with you?
What's the matter, baby? Oh,
Haha. Oh,
yeah. This is it.
this is it.
MU4.
MU4. This is one of my favorite plots. All of the butterflies also. We have so many butterflies. Beautiful.
Okay.
Okay. Also, what's unique about this, like, as you know, it's the first little city, little village in the world that is being designed, all of it, from one architect firm. And how it is that every plot is unique, so we will build according to that plot. So if you're interested in living here, number one, you find out what you want. Do you want modular, one module, two modules, 3, 4, 5, 6? Do you want a villa? Do you want a villa plus? Do you want a villa with 2 stories? Whatever you want, and then we will show you the plots that you can build whatever you want on. So you cannot just grab a plot and build something. Every plot is unique and has its own house.
Yes, and our engineer team was able to match all of the different house types then to the different terrain, because like Belinda said, every plot is different. That makes all of the houses also a little bit different. You can see, for example, when you pick your plot and you reserve your spot, you're able to say, okay, I want my house to be tilted a little bit more like this, so I can see the beautiful setting sun like we are seeing right now, or I want it a little bit more like this. So yeah, you are able to individualize that, but we were able to choose the house type that fits the terrain the best.
Yeah.
So this is the lake that you can see here from this plot, but then also if we walk a little bit over here, we will be able to see the mountain view at the same time.
This is like a fairy tale just walking through here. I feel it every single time. And everything that's growing here, it's just a fairy tale. So we are now also overlooking we're gonna soon overlook the community area. Do we call them communal areas or community areas?
We call them usually communal areas.
Communal areas. So like Alisa said, here you have both. We're gonna walk a little bit further because on camera, everything feels a little bit further away than it is. Like you see here, you have the sunrise, and then you get the sunset, and the beautiful lake. And this lake it's so large, it has so many hooks and nooks and so many small waterfalls and places to swim and bathe and jump, and you can be on a boat, you can fish, you can be in a canoe. There's so many things you can do here. It's really, really a fantastic place.
I'm personally really looking forward to swimming in this lake.
I am too. This is on our agenda also to really start exploring.
Yeah. Maybe I will try stand-up paddling.
Oh wow, I can teach you.
I have never done that before in my life, but I guess I will learn here now.
You will, because also the lake is so quiet, so still, so you can do that.
Even the national rowing team in Spain is training over here. So
Maybe we're one of those, who knows?
Maybe we will.
Okay, let's walk and talk.
Okay, so this was the plots on MU4. And now we will be walking more towards
Yeah, we got this
the
view,
communal
but
areas. But Janke told us to also show you the other side of the view first.
I like how, we have so many different names. Sometimes I refer to him only as husband. Sometimes he's only cameraman. Sometimes he's only podcast producer. Sometimes he's Janko. Yeah, these views are fantastic.
They are epic.
Amazing. You like it, doggies? You happy?
They are so happy.
They are so happy up here. This place kind of cured Frankie from her fear, right? Up here was the first time she ever ran. Because when we adopted her, she was too afraid.
First time ever?
Yeah, she was so afraid. She just wouldn't run. She wouldn't do anything. And we took her up here alone, just me and Janko and her. It was before we bought the land. We were only dreaming of it. And she just started running. And she ran and she ran and she ran. And she was just the happiest ever. So
I can really imagine it, because as much as we're able to show you guys the views now, it's not really possible to show you the feeling that you have once you hear the silence, the stillness. There's just something in my body that happens every time we're here.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the dogs feel that too.
yeah. This is also what we usually tell people who are going to see the plot. Because obviously we don't want to convince anybody, and luckily we don't have to. But we very often tell people, just go to the plot and feel. And don't we have a couple feelers around here somewhere?
A lot of those here.
No, I meant the couple that is currently just picking out their plot.
That is true. We have two beautiful people here right now.
They came to feel, because they cannot decide the plot. And I get it. It's agony. But then again, it's like I don't think it's possible to pick wrong.
Yeah.
Actually.
You will have beautiful views from everywhere, but also you will always have something like, you can be close to the communal areas, or you could be closer to the lake, or you could be higher up and then enjoy more of a breeze, or there will always be reasons why a plot.
And it depends so much on individuality, and if you have small children or not, if you are active or not, if you are one of the super social ones, or maybe a bit more introverted, and there's so many factors. So I truly see, when I see people choosing their plots, it makes sense. Like when they land on something, we're like, aha, yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense.
And it feels like the most rewarding thing to me, to see when people pick a plot, to see the joy in their eyes, and to see how they can really feel that, okay, this is now not just a dream, but it's real, and it gets tangible for them, and they start visualizing all of their days here and what their life is going to be like. It's really beautiful to see that shift in people.
It is. It really is.
So now what we're doing is we're walking down towards the communal areas. So if you pick a plot in MU4, this is going to be the walk to the bakery, or to the yoga studio, or
So then you have to imagine these paths here, these are narrow, these are just walking paths. So obviously they're going to be cleared up and they're going to be made beautiful. And actually, Alisa, you haven't seen this, but I went to the architect this Monday, and she showed me the inspiration, what they are currently building, how they're building these small places. And also it is so beautiful because the architect firm wants to live here. So they are building their, dream future. So they're putting their heart into this, and we have the exact same vision, and it's looking so idyllic and so beautiful. So even small places like, these small walks, we want the entire village to feel like it's like a retreat, like an experience. Right now the nature is attacking a bit. We have a lot of things that are like sticky, not sticky,
thorny kind of.
Thorny, yeah, exactly.
So this will obviously be different once we have everything cleared.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a difficult one to get through.
You have a little boy behind you.
Okay.
He got it, he managed, okay. Thank you. I took my mom here last week again. I mean, she's been here multiple times. She's gonna live here down by the lake in the modular homes area, but she fell in love because there were daisies everywhere. And she was like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen so many wild daisies since I was little. And she's originally Canadian, and then she moved to Norway when she was a teen, and now she's moving to Spain next year with her husband. Yeah. Wow, new road unlocked. Here we are. Okay. I'm almost lost, but look at that. And like these roads, like when you just stop and look at what you're actually looking at, like, because we very often focus on, the main views, but it's the small views that you see everywhere. Just now, like, in between trees, you see how the light is hitting the lake. I am getting poetic.
It does feel very poetic.
Yeah,
it's true.
It does feel very poetic. Yeah, the micro views, if you want, the ones that you kind of forget about, but it's everywhere you look, there's some sort of a view. And how beautiful it is to let your eyes rest on green and to let your eyes look long, Yeah.
That's why I personally like the mountain view so much, because you can just let your eyes wander over all of these mountains.
It's never ending.
Yeah, you will have 180 degrees views on most of the plots.
Yeah.
So.
And you guys know, Alisa is, a psychologist. Yeah. So every time she says, like, it's nice to look at the view, it's a psychologist talking.
It really is.
Yeah.
And there have been so many studies, actually at the university that I studied at, shown how our mental health is affected by nature. And even looking at a screen, actually, that is full of nature, does something to us. Mm-hmm. But obviously it's not the same as looking in real life, but it really can shift so many things for people to constantly be able to see wide, to be in nature, to see organic shapes, and it really changes the mental health.
So when I studied plants to write books about it and such, I also got into plants because I was struggling mentally after my father passed, and I noticed that taking care of a plant kind of helped me. So I studied this a little bit, and I found some books written by psychologists on research on the human brain, human psyche, and not just the physical health of being in nature, but the mental health. And the findings are incredible. Like it's fully proven that this is the most beneficial way of living if you want to have a good mental health.
So I got lost again because things look different, but we are at MU5 now. So again, this is one of the plots where you can have both. You can have the lake view and the mountain view. Once we're able to let that sink in a little bit, I would say let's turn around and go to the communal areas.
Are we ever able to let this sink in a bit though?
It is difficult.
It is difficult. It's getting sadder and sadder to leave actually. I think I texted you this a few times when we've been here on opposite times.
Yeah.
You will ask me, so how was the plot visit? And this is also funny that we've all been here so many times and we still ask each other, how was it?
Yeah, like it's our first
Yeah,
time, and we're
exactly.
always excited for it. Yeah.
And then I remember texting her not so long ago that it's getting sadder and sadder to leave. It's like a proper sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we get to see more and more
Yeah.
every time, and then
Exactly.
it's like a new friend that you have to leave again.
Mm-hmm. And also the contrast when you come back to the city, to the radiation, to the noise, to the, it's just it's a contrast that is getting more and more palpable.
Yeah.
Yes, you run, baby. Okay, let's stop a little bit and just look at this. Again, it's the micro views, the surroundings that are just incredible.
Something I love about these views is now it's a little bit more difficult because the sun is soon setting, but all of these different mountains, they're different distances away. So during the daytime you can see there's different rows of the mountains, and it gives such a depth to this view.
I think I can capture it here actually. Here you can clearly see just 3 rows of mountains. It it looks like an apple background.
It does, it does.
Like Yosemite who? And again, like when we're filming this, my mind is constantly drawn to all of the places we are not reaching on this walkabout, but I think it's going to be like that almost for years, because it is a huge plot, and it's not just the plot that we bought and that we're going to live in, but it's also everything that's accessible to us because we live here.
Yes.
You know, it's all of our neighboring, it's all of the little village of Planis, it's the other sides of the lake, it's the other small villages around, it's all of the walkthroughs and all of the cherry farms.
And there's so much land here also. For example, the end of our plot and the beginning of the lake is actually not our land per se, but it's protected land. So many of the spaces here are protected land, and that makes the nature so much more vibrant. So this is something that was really important to me also, that we get to be in these protected areas where nature is just able to thrive, and then also we can go back into our beautiful community where we're able to plant all of our food forests and things like that. But it is nice to also be in untouched land from time to time. It really does something to me to be in untouched land.
Yeah. And even though, I mean, we keep talking about this, the silence and the untouched land, and then we say, oh, but we're building 500 houses. Is that going to ruin the untouched land? But that's the beauty of it when you think about the fact that we're building on about 20%.
Yes.
You know, so, and how everything is being built kind of into nature, and, you know, on every single, like, how do you say it? Like, you said it so beautifully earlier, how every house is individually built for the plot,
Yes.
So it's going to change a bit.
And that is also the difference, that we have an architect team who is actually designing everything together. It's very rare to see anywhere in the world that a whole area is just built with all of the different characteristics of every area in mind, because there's one person or a whole team behind it thinking every little crook of the plot through. So that's something that's really beautiful. So every street that we're doing, every plot that we create here, it makes sense because we're planning ahead, and it's not, oh, somebody built something here and then I built something right next to it.
Exactly.
But it makes sense because the whole concept is being done beforehand.
So if you're a sucker for aesthetics,
yes,
this is your place to be. I can just see the pomegranate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's down by the common areas. Like, you can barely see the bush there with the red on it. I'm pretty sure it's either the goji berry or it's the pomegranate. Pomegranate? How do you say it?
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate. Oh, I always say it wrong. Pomegranate. So, yeah, so why don't you tell us a little bit about this area?
Yes. So
It looks like only forest on the camera.
yes, it looks like only forest on the camera. So here is going to be our communal area. So you see this huge tree over here. That's one of the trees that are definitely going to stay. And right behind it, you can see peeking through the house that we are going to renovate. And this is a house that is going to stay in exactly the style. It's just going to be renovated, but it's going to be the same style as you can see here, which I think looks very majestic.
I hope that Janko can put some overlays over this so you can see, because it's covered, you cannot see barely anything here, but it is majestic and it's beautiful, and everybody stops up with this.
Yes.
And also you cannot see it very well from this angle, and we're not going down because it's going to add another 20 minutes.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
we have to walk around, but it's a huge open flat space in front of it. It's layered. It's a really big area actually. And just from here, it doesn't look like
exactly. And you can imagine. So this is that old house. We're going to have restaurants and cafes and things like that in it. And then all of this here will be open space, kind of our plaza, where we can all come together. There will be little shops, little cafes. We will be able to hang out here. So this is where the life of the community will take place. And again, it looks like it's very small here, but keep in mind again, it's terraced, and even when because it's so high here, when you look down, it looks like it's not very far, but it is terraced.
Yeah.
So this is actually quite a big area.
Yeah, it's many terraces down, and we'll see if we can add some overlay so they can get a better view.
And can you imagine going to your yoga class, and this is going to be the view that you have from your yoga studio, or from the state-of-the-art wellness center that we're going to have, from your little morning coffee that you can take here. You will always have these amazing views as the backdrop.
How precious. How precious. It's also funny because down here we do have one palm and growing, which is just so random and fun. Just one palm is right there. Ah, the sounds and the birds.
So nice.
Do you guys know, because I actually don't know, do you guys know what we're doing with this?
I think it's not 100% decided yet.
It's just a front, and there's not much there.
Yeah.
But it is beautiful and historic, so obviously we are preserving anything that can be preserved.
The only thing that will go is this ugly mast.
Yes,
That
the
will
mast is
definitely go.
going. It's not functional. We're not having it.
Yes.
So
One thing about the mast, because a lot of people are actually asking us, so what about the service here? Will we have a lot of radiation because of that? And Janko was able to talk to the mayor, for example, and they are willing to also turn these masts down a little bit for us so that we don't have that much radiation. So
there's also things that you can build outside of your house if you are very sensitive, so you can really protect yourself. And we are taking every single precaution we can to make this the best place ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
As radiation free as possible, while still keeping the concept of a modern eco-village.
Yeah.
So, oops.
Okay, let's work on some glutes.
Yes.
And start huffing and puffing again. Frankie.
So now we're getting close to my favorite part of the plot.
We're actually getting up to our personal plots.
Exactly. That's what we chose them, right?
Yeah. But I am not 100%.
You're not sold yet. Yes, I know.
I don't know how to decide actually fully.
Maybe Belinda and Janko will be the last ones to decide which plot they want.
I have actually told Janko that I want him to just decide.
Yeah.
Because I know that I cannot.
Yeah.
It's impossible for me.
I think that's actually the best sales pitch that you could ever give Belinda. That you say, I don't care because everything here is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whew, we made it.
Yes.
It's not that steep, but
The cameraman. So I'm a little out of breath.
Me too.
And again, I keep reminding myself, we have not even walked a third of the whole.
But we have walked
community
for
yet.
50 minutes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this is actually nice to time it. So
Yeah.
was one of my personal dreams because I love hiking. I love going for walks.
Me too.
But I've also read so many crime books that I'm so afraid.
That is so you,
Belinda. I know, it's horrible. I cannot walk just from where we live now.
Yeah.
Just from the city and back home. It's like 11 minutes.
Yes.
But it's dark and I can't do it. And I cannot go in the forest. I cannot go anywhere because I'm so afraid of the dark.
Yes.
And now, seeing now that we walked for 50 minutes in this protected, beautiful, most amazing nature in the world, I can go for so many walks.
Yes.
I can go for walks just in our own little village.
That is going to be amazing.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I actually have a tendency to always want to go take walks at midnight. There's something for me around midnight that I always want to go out for a walk. So most areas I am not able to do that. But here, yeah, it will be possible also for me to do my midnight walks.
Then those of you who are going to live here, if you see someone creeping around midnight,
It's going to be me.
It's Alisa.
Your friendly neighbor.
Peekaboo.
I swear I will be very quiet.
I'm also excited to do like group walks,
Yes.
you know. Like the other day, I mean, it's completely different because we live in such a tourist place right now. But the other day, I walked from my house down to the centrum, met you in a parking lot. We go for a walk, you know,
It was
like
so
that.
nice.
It's so nice, yeah.
Yeah. And the beauty about living so close to each other is that we can do all of these spontaneous things.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be a... You want to go here? Do you not want to go
Next one.
this one? Yeah.
We are in full control, Janko.
I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. One thing that I think growing up was really cool was that people just met up, friends just met up to hang out and do whatever.
Yeah.
And now as an adult, there always needs to be a reason to meet
Yeah.
up. So, okay, we can make dinner together or we go see the movies together or something like this. But
We can meet at Thursday at 4 o'clock.
exactly. Do you have time? Yes, in 3 weeks.
Yeah. Okay,
And-
this plot. Okay,
Yes.
this is actually this is my favorite plot. But this actually was my favorite plot from the get-go. So it's not going to be exactly like that now, but what I envisioned when I first got here was that I had my house up here, infinity pool, house like going into the forest so that the backer is like in the forest. And then you have like a little sitting area, you have some stairs coming down. Here I wanted to plant only citrus trees because of the smell.
Yes.
And then like a little bench. So in the morning you come out, you walk down little stairs,
So
you sit down here, you're amongst your forest, your citruses,
And
this is your view.
This is my favorite spot.
Mine too. But it doesn't count when
I'm
I
a
say
little
it.
biased.
Yeah. Is this yours? Is it? I didn't know. This is your spot? I didn't know. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Then I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to be here.
You're gonna be here all the time.
Why? And ours is right over at the end there.
Exactly.
Ah,
Should we go to yours? Do we still have time?
Yes.
And with the last rays of the
we don't even
sunshine?
ask him. We just do it.
Yes, we just do it.
He says we don't have it. Can we go?
No, we don't have it.
We don't have it. We don't have enough time.
Okay.
Okay, but imagine though, over there where the sun is setting, that's our plot. And we had one fun thing in the winter. She was living in an apartment that was like connected to our house, but Hector, come. Wait. Come down. Oh my God, he's going to do that a lot. So we were living, but she had to go like a little bit of a round detour from our house to go to her apartment. And Hector, who's absolutely in love with Alisa,
Yes.
he followed her home so many times. So when she left our house, Hector followed her home. And we said that because that was before we had chosen any plots here. It was even before we had even bought the land. And we were obviously, you know, in discussions with them, but we didn't have the official papers, which for me was a huge thing.
Yeah.
And we said so all the time, like, let's have plots combined so that Hector can follow you
Yes.
home. And that's amazing.
And I want to have this tiny little gate where only a dog can fit through.
Yeah.
From one plot to another, so he can come and go as he wants.
I love that. I love that. We are missing one dog though. No, we're not. Cameraman coming from this beautiful plot. Hi, cameraman. Are you tired?
Yeah.
You know what? You are talking so much about how you want more cardio in your life.
Well, this weighs 15 kilos.
It does.
It is really heavy.
Yeah. We held it while he was setting up. We held it for
I was
like
very happy to not have to hold it.
like a couple of minutes. I held it first for 2 minutes and I'm like, Alisa.
And you were like, here, you hold
Yeah.
it.
So up here is another plot. Obviously everywhere is another plot, but this is also a beautiful plot, but we don't
Yes.
have time to show everything right now.
One thing that I do want to point out again here is how high
Yeah.
everything is to the road and how private you will be all the way up there.
You see it best when you actually walk, so
Yes.
you really see how high it up and
So
how
this-
private it'll be. Yeah. So on
Nobody
the
will
master
be able
plan,
to see in.
on the master plan, it looks so tight and so little,
Yeah.
but it really isn't. Now we are getting back to where we first started.
Exactly.
We got up that road down there, and then the first thing we did was walk straight ahead. So we are officially
circle.
full circle. We planned on doing this in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I guess that was not possible. But
It
there
took
were
us
some
an
areas
hour.
that we have not gone to
Yeah.
ourselves yet, so we were maybe a little bit overexcited about it.
Yeah. But it was beautiful. It was a really nice walkthrough.
Thank you so much for being here, and also, of course, we would love to show this to you in real life, but I think this is a really good first way to get an impression.
Yeah.
And if you're not able to be here all the time like us, we're here so many times, but maybe this will be a video that you can watch to just envision what your life will look like, and it will give you a little bit of a relief until you're able to actually be here with us.
Exactly. And this is the first walkthrough. I think that we have to redo it every so and so because
Yeah.
there's so many changes every
Yeah.
week even. So this was filmed at the very end of May, in case you're watching. And then we'll probably have a new one during the summer, I guess.
Exactly. And 2025, because even over the years it will change, right? So this is
Yeah.
May 2025.
Yeah.
This project will go on for many years.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Bye, guys.